Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I would like to thank to organizing committee of ICOS 2020 for providing my MPhil research work to scientific community. I am Kamal Shehzadi in the Department of Zoology, Wildlife and Fishes in the University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, Pakistan. For the topic of my research work is effect of lead and copper on hematological parameters and serum biochemistry of bighead carp. First of all, I want to introduce the aquaculture. Aquaculture is the process of collecting and culturing of all aquatic life. Metals contaminations in the sea are less observable but directly affect the marine life. Lead is toxic metal, exists in different oxidation states. Through gills, lead enter into the body of fish after binding of mucus layer, then absorbed into the intestine and other body tissues. Copper is acutely toxic to freshwater fish. Through their gills enter into the body and absorb. When fish exposed to metal freely increase or decrease the hematological parameters. Presence of metals in fish body change the level of serum in different parameters like glucose, proteins and albumins. The objectives of this research work was to determine the 96 hours LC50 of lead and copper. This research work was planned to assess the acute toxicity of lead and copper, to check hematological parameters and serum biochemistry of Hypophthalmitis nobilis after acute exposures. Aquatic environment face serious problems and damages due to heavy metals found in low or high range. The heavy metals are the main cause of contaminations which cause adverse effects to fish, disrupt the metabolic rates, and fish come into stress conditions. The Hypophthalmitis nobilis is nutritionally significant fish in freshwater was used to regulate the consequences of dense metals. The experiment was performed in triplicate. The experimental fish were exposed to different concentrations of lead and copper. During experiment, the physicochemical parameters were maintained. Now we are going to discuss the second part like the methodology. First of all, collections of blood sample is the first topic. Blood was taken from caudal vein using plastic usable syringes fitted with 26 gauge needles. The syringe was already moisturized with heparin. The sample was used for the estimations of hemoglobin, erythrocytes, and leukocytes count. The total count of red blood cells were complete by Nebular hematocytometer. Blood was diluted with 1:2 with Hyman solutions. Calculations done with under the binocular microscope. The total count of white blood cells count were prepared by Nebular hematocytometer. Blood was diluted with 1:2 with turf diluting liquid and located in hematocytometer. Hemoglobin was determined with hemoglobin test kit. Serum biochemical parameters. The blood in the test tube was permitted to coagulate at room temperatures almost 25 degrees for 30 seconds. Serum was separate from the coagulated samples. Later centrifugations at 3000 rpm at 5 minutes and freezing at 20 degrees until the chemical analysis. The discussions of this research is the impact of simple metal is less toxic rather than the impact of metal mixtures present in the fishes. The toxicity of metals measured in terms of 96 hours LC50 follows the order. The copper is highly effective than the lead. Hematological parameters were decreased in number when exposed to different metals. Also, the serum biochemical parameters show alterations in their different parameters when exposed to metals. Conclusion is that the present research work explains the three explains that there was a close relationship among metals, toxicities, and in aquatic natures. Thank you.